It never ends, does it? Greetings and salutations everyone, I'm Nikke. This is Let's Play Nikke Goddess of Victory. Unbreakable Sphere event. Last episode, Uni nearly killed Mori, but she thought about it and decided not to, there's not much better way to say it than Mihara sold herself to the devil to get her to back away from Uni and Mori.
For everyone's sake.
She's going to get an upgrade.
I know I'll never see them again, but I still miss them. I'm sorry. It's okay.
Question, have they updated the challenge or is it still low level stuff? It's still the same stuff, so we can quick battle it. It's already over.
Securing victory for their subjects is a king's duty.
And I pushed buttons, so I accidentally go straight to the top screen. I'm not very good at this. So I guess back to the story.
I'm not scared anymore.
I have actually heard people complaining about Siren. I did hear someone complaining about Siren's voice, her inflections. And then I saw someone counter that this is actually how you can usually expect people who've had trouble speaking for a good deal of their life to actually speak, which is odd but okay. I have still been making polls to try and get Siren, and she still refuses to show up. If we do end up here down to the wire, then I am going to use my gold tickets for Siren, because between Siren and Mihara Overspec, Siren is just better in general for content, whereas Mihara is specifically for breaking down bosses. Anyhow, Little Mermaid senses it immediately.
I've been discovered. Gluttony knows I've been hiding the AA pillar from it. The bubble barrier is thinner than before. Probably because I condensed some of the bubbles around the AA pillar. That must have made it easier to detect.
The bubble ignites as it touches the seawater. Droplets rush out to repair the crumbling bubble wall. Silver liquid seeps through the gaps that can't be repaired in time.
You really want to eat this, don't you?
Little Mermaid tightly embraces the encased AA pillar and gazes at Gluttony's core.
Well, you can't have it. I don't care how much you glare at me. I'm not handing it over. I won't let you have it. My bubbles will dissolve the energy, and it will disappear.
A searing pain courses through Mermaid's entire body, from her fingertips to her toes. At the same time, a bubbling sensation surges from within her.
I'm reaching my limit, and I'm starting to feel the side effects from the bubbles. For long, my entire body will be turned into liquid metal. Ew.
As her vision gradually fades, Little Mermaid wonders, if she closes her eyes, how many more times will she be able to open them?
No, not yet. I can't stop now. Not till all this energy is depleted.
Desperately embracing the immense energy to keep it from escaping, Little Mermaid closes her eyes again. Mihara and Uni track Gluttony's movements. Meanwhile, Mori follows behind, not saying a word. Along the way, they encounter rapture after rapture, time and time again. They take them down, relocate Gluttony's trail, and press forward. It is Mori's first true skirmish with the Rapture, entirely unlike her previous encounters with them. In the past, she had only caught glimpses of Raptures while fleeing with support squads. But this is something else altogether, and altogether more terrifying. It feels as if the Raptures could end her life at any moment with a single attack. Her wounds accumulate and wear her down. So many times she wants to collapse, to run away. She wants nothing more than to dig a hole in the ground and hide. But each time Mori thinks of this, she clenches her teeth and thinks about the two others whom she dragged into this. She thinks about Uni's eyes filled with tears and terrified of losing Mihara, of Mihara's relentless efforts to grant her a wish, of Siren, who had sacrificed herself in order to save everyone, and was now trapped inside Gluttony, facing her imminent doom. Mori thinks about every word Siren has said, every affectionate gesture she had shown to her. As she recalls all this, Mori rejects her fear. She'd force herself up again, force her feet to move forward. She tightens her grip on her gun, even though she wants to grab a shovel and dig. On and on she runs, without any concept of day or night. Until finally...
I'm not seeing a trail anymore. Gluttony must be close.
We are just one step away from the place where Little Mermaid is waiting.
We finally found her.
I will eliminate them all.
I mean, real courage is moving forward despite being scared rather than not being scared at all.
Even when I'm preparing, I'm anxious. It would have been nice to play around with them for a bit longer. Can I do this?
Reload.
Wait, they just skipped a cutscene there, didn't they?
I won't stop until we reach the happy ending. There's a beach here.
Oh. You know what else about the Little Mermaid story, the original one? It doesn't end very happily for her time on land because the prince chooses someone else and the potion that she took said that if she didn't get True Love's first kiss, then she'd dissolve into foam. Well, no, I think it was if he chose someone else, but... yeah, that would tie into this. On the upside, she actually found a different ending where she became an air spirit instead. So yeah, but still, the threat of that silver liquid is definitely reminiscent of the actual story.
Yes, this should work nicely.
Is Gluttony here?
Yeah, it should be underground, within a 10-kilometer radius.
10 kilometers? How are we supposed to find it?
How do you think? We need to lure it out.
But how?
By using the beach, for starters. Setting up here will allow us to minimize the amount of raptures that could swarm us.
Then what?
Since Gluttony reacts to strong energy sources, I'd say it stands to reason that's what we have to use to lure it. don't you?
Do we have something that's capable of producing that much energy?
We do. Both of you, listen to me carefully. I'll lure out gluttony. Uni, once I get it to stop, you need to make sure it doesn't close its mouth. You need to hold it open for as long as you can, however you can, until Mori and Siren are out of there. There's a chance they might not be able to escape through Gluttony's breathing hole. While Uni's doing that, Mori, you need to take the E2 crystals and hop inside its mouth.
Okay.
The main reason Siren refuses to come out is that she intends on sacrificing herself in order to eliminate the energy inside the AA pillar. In other words, if we can't convince Siren to leave of her own accord, we can't save her. That's why your role is the most crucial, Mori. Not only do you have to go back inside Gluttony and plant the E2 crystals onto its core, you also have to meet up with Siren and convince her to come out. You can do it. No, you need to do it. We came here to save a life, not to lose our own.
You're right. I have to do it. I have to save her no matter what. That's why I asked for your help.
Mori looks at Uni and Mihara.
You both are risking your lives for my sake. I won't fail you.
You've become a real trustworthy ally, Mori.
Don't make fun of me when I'm being serious.
All right. Anyway, shall we get started?
Mihara walks forward. Uni urgently grabs Mihara's hand.
Yes, Uni?
Uni shakes her head at Mihara. Though she can't explain why, her instincts are telling her to stop Mihara.
Uni.
Uni shakes her head desperately, pleading for Mihara to not go through with this.
Oh. It's okay. I would never leave you behind. We promised each other that we would truly see each other, that we would feel each other's pain, and that we would atone for our sins together. I haven't forgotten that promise, and I intend to keep it.
Uni and Mihara lock eyes. Somehow through the mask.
Trust me, and wait. Failure is not an option.
Uni lets go of Mihara's hand.
Thank you, Uni. I'll be back.
Mihara steps forward again, leaving Uni behind.
Code release. Activate all cores to their limit. Initiate fusion.
Recognition complete. Activate all cores in body to their limit. Error. Reaction error. Fusion unsuccess. Unlock code. Deep.
Huh? I am the Alpha and the Omega, the first and the last, the beginning and the end.
Activate all cores in body to their limit. Initiating fusion.
The area near Mihara's core starts to glow red.
Mihara!
Mihara curls up, unable to withstand the pain.
What did you just say? Put what where?
Mana, you did receive what I sent, didn't you?
I believe so. Are you talking about this?
Mana points to a palm-sized black box.
That's it. Looks like it arrived safely. I was worried because the elevator wasn't working properly. I suppose sending something small doesn't pose any issues.
I would like you to insert this in my body.
Excuse me?
It's a special gift I prepared for Mihara, to get her stronger much more quickly. Tuck it safe and sound beside her Nikke core if you would. I would have loved to handle it myself, what with this being the first experiment and all. But as you know, I don't exactly have freedom of movement right now.
I'm still not following.
Mihara was the one who contacted me. Quite eagerly, I must say. She told me she requires additional strength in order to fight gluttony. Given that she couldn't utilize her current body's ability to its fullest, she wanted my help. And to that end, she agreed to become my test subject.
Mihara?
That's why I prepared this little doohickey for her. It's quite risky to be sure, but if you want to enhance a Nikke's abilities in one go, it's the best option available.
So it's meant to enhance a Nikke's abilities, yet you're having me insert it beside her core separately. Is this a rapture core?
You're familiar with the ins and outs of Nikke bodies. I'm sure you can insert it next to her current core easily enough, right?
This is incredibly dangerous. If I insert this inside her, the Nikke core could...
Do you remember your promise from long ago? You said you would help me the next time I wanted to do something good. Well, now's that time. I can't leave the Ark at the moment. And Mihara needs to fortify her strength straight away. That leaves us with you, Mana. You're the only one who can do this.
You call inserting this inside a Nikke a good thing?
Of course. I'm giving a Nikke who wants to be stronger the power she deserves. What's more benevolent than that?
But a Nikke and Rapture core can't exist together. You of all people should know that a Nikke's core...
Yes, I know. Nikke cores have a barrier which prevents them from reacting with other cores. But what if you could break past that barrier?
What? Are you telling me you figured out a way? How?
That's my little secret. If I told you, you might have to get sent somewhere awfully dangerous. You don't want that, do you?
No.
Now then, be a good girl, would you? Don't let your curiosity get the best of you. Don't peek inside the box and just put it inside her, okay?
Understood.
What's this barrier you're both talking about?
Nikke cores have a safety mechanism, which makes it so they can't react with other cores. Even if it's two Nikke cores in one body, it prevents them from interacting. It would also prevent Rapture cores from devouring the Nikke core, and vice versa.
You mean Nikke and Rapture cores can consume each other?
Yes, a clear example of that is core dust.
Wait, are they actually giving some lore drop to the leveling up system? Are you serious?
It can distill a Rapture core down to its essence, and use that to stimulate growth within a Nikke's own core.
Jian!
Oh dear, there I go again, running my mouth. If you knew any more about this, Mihara, you'd never be allowed up on the surface again. So I'll stop there. On the other hand, it's nice knowing the stakes, don't you think?
Of course. It's important to know these things.
Now then, Mihara, once that core is implanted into your body, all the abilities you previously couldn't draw out from your body will fully awaken. If there are no changes after the surgery, then it means your body itself is defective. However, I can quite confidently say that my sister is the best of the best when it comes to building Nikkes. So I'm sure you'll become much stronger, Mihara. That is, if you can endure the pain. Every prior test subject has died because they couldn't withstand the pain. You, however, said you'd be willing to do anything. So I'm sure you'll be able to endure it, won't you?
All that masochism is going to pay off.
Of course.
I can't wait to see how it turns out.
Mihara clenches her teeth. Just as Yen warned, a pain beyond anything imaginable courses through Mihara's body. Her vision repeatedly turns red, fades away, then comes back.
Warning, system error. Warning, core response error. Warning, core resonance activation. Connecting code. Error. Warning, core type. Match. Error. Warning, barrier. Reactivation required.
A series of warning sounds and error messages blare out.
I know you're not used to a core like this, but you've got to accept it.
Mihara closes her eyes and begins to suppress the sensations surging through her. Inside her body, near her core, is a searing heat like a blazing inferno. The conflagration expands and begins to engulf Mihara's own core.
Warning, barrier. Reactivation required. Warning, barrier. Reactivation required.
Countless warning sounds echo in her head. Mihara's movements, senses, and everything slowly become consumed by the fire.
If this continues, my body will...
Mihara's body begins glowing even redder. The inside of her core boils like a massive fireball, a volcano on verge of eruption. As it rages on, her consciousness drifts further and further away. It's then that Mihara realizes. The moment she is completely consumed by the flames, she, as she knows herself, would cease to exist. From somewhere she can't see, someone is screaming. A familiar voice cries out in agony. It screams, imploring her not to leave her behind again. Who is it? Who's calling me? Uni and Mihara lock eyes. Uni's eyes tremble with fear, terrified of losing Mihara once again. Her eyes beg Mihara to keep her promise. Mihara can't let those eyes be filled with despair again. Mihara bites down on her cheek. As was established in her rank 10 bond for the standard Mihara, the pain means that she's alive. Harder. The sharp pain in her mouth pulls Mihara back to life.
Me. Don't worry. I'll accept it all. The pain. The sorrow. The desperation. All of it. I'll take it all in.
Darn it, I think we're going to go over time because we haven't even gone to a battle yet.
I will never abandon you. This time, no matter what, I will bring you back on the right path. If we die together. And if we live together. I will claim this power as my own, in order to protect our bond, no matter how great the pain. I'll do this, so that no one will ever take you away from me again.
Light begins to radiate from Mihara's body.
Mihara?
A purplish light dark enough to almost be black bursts forth from Mihara's core, and chain-like patterns of the same color spread all over her body. Mihara recognizes the changes in her body. She now realizes how to awaken the sensations contained with all living things. Ooh, that's a bit dangerous, isn't it? No matter how much larger her target is, no matter how overwhelmingly powerful they are, or how much pain they can endure, none of it matters anymore. So long as her foes are alive and connected to her via these chains on her body, she knows she can now feel their pain as well. She can endure any amount of suffering they inflict upon her. Of that, she is certain.
Such power. My arms could be ripped off. My entire body could be smashed to a pulp. And I would enjoy it. There's no limit to the pain that I can now endure. How thrilling. Oh, the fun I'm going to have.
With the clinking sound of chain links, the patterns on her body fade, then disappear into her skin. Although for gameplay balance reasons, we're not going to make her actually immortal, that would be silly.
In order to establish a connection with these chains,
Mihara lifts the pendulum attached to the end of her whip.
all I have to do is stab the enemy with this. Suen was right. If this is the kind of ability she originally envisioned, then the sensory exchange I was capable of before could only be considered a failure.
Mihara looks at Uni and Mori while watching her anxiously.
Are you okay?
Yes, I'm fine.
Okay, but where's Gluttony?
I've never felt this powerful in my life. Almost omnipotent. And considering how much energy I just released, it's bound to come calling. Everyone, back up.
Gluttony emerges from the ground.
Gluttony!
Now that our guest has accepted my invitation, let's go, Uni.
Mihara steps forward, resembling a female prison warden about to weave a massive prison for her prey.
Let the hunt begin.
Codename Gluttony is going to be the next solo raid, so that's going to be interesting.
I will ruin anything that disrupts victory.
They're usually balanced for showing off the abilities of the new Nikke, which is unfortunate because the new Nikke I have not pulled yet. Oh dear.
Woohoo! It lacked a certain pizzazz, but I'm satisfied.
And cutscene, so we're going over the half-hour mark. Oh darn it. Mihara swings her whip toward Gluttony. Sensing the threat, Gluttony attempts to retreat downward.
Sorry to tell you this, but you're not going anywhere.
Mihara lunges forward, striking at Gluttony with the pendulum. Gluttony twists its body and blocks the blade with its teeth.
Darn, it's good at sensing danger. Maybe it knows instinctively that a hit from this is bad news.
Mihara steps back and swings the pendulum toward Gluttony once more.
Mihara, watch out for the tentacles!
Gluttony extends its tentacles toward Mihara. Uni grabs the tentacles. Gluttony's tentacles writhe as if trying to escape Uni's grip. But she clenches the squirming bundle of feelers tightly and refuses to let go.
Uni.
She just gave you a point to stab. Get to stabbing. With a thundering roar, a shower of splinters burst forth from Gluttony's body.
Everyone
Mori fires her weapon at the shards hurtling toward Mihara and Uni. Some fragments that she wasn't able to shoot down fall to the ground.
Wow, your shooting is really improved, Mori.
I still missed a few, so don't get too comfortable.
Thankfully, it's too busy digesting something to spew out that silver liquid. In that case, we've got a chance.
Mihara tightens her grip on her whip and charges forward. Mihara dodges the gaping maw attempting to swallow her, and drives the pendulum into Gluttony.
Now then.
Dark purple chain-like patterns begin to etch themselves onto Gluttony's body, accompanied by a cold metallic sound. At the same time, similar patterns appear on Mihara's body.
Now that our chains are connected, why don't we swap our senses?
The chain patterns engraved on Gluttony and Mihara's body glow a lambent purple. And the sound of chains tightening fills the air.
I can feel it. So this is what you're feeling. You really do have so much inside you than you've never felt. The sensation of your own cheek being bitten down on, have you? Would you like me to show you? Let's enjoy this pain together.
Mihara opens wide and bites down on the inside of her mouth. Gluttony convulses as if in unbearable pain.
You're so spirited now. Why don't we enjoy a little more?
Gluttony trembles violently, its teeth clattering from the agony.
My goodness, I didn't expect the pain to be so bad that you'd try to close your mouth. We can't have that. Otherwise Mori won't be able to pass through. Uni?
Uni lets go of the tentacles and quickly dashes forward. She pries open the struggling Gluttony's mouth and forces her body inside. While bearing the weight of its descending fangs, she keeps its jaw forcibly open.
Uni!
Gluttony continues to spasm in pain. Uni uses every ounce of her strength to keep the creature's mouth open as the crushing weight of the razor-sharp teeth bears down on her.
No! Your body can't handle the stress! You're incredible, Uni.
Uni.
Mori, you have exactly 30 minutes, not a second more. After that, my sensory exchange will be severed. You've got to convince Siren before then.
30 minutes? That's all I have?
And she has Kotodama, so she can always just order you to leave immediately.
Can you do it?
Yes, I can do this.
Then go. Go and rescue Siren.
Okay.
Mori looks at Uni, who seems to be calling to her. Uni and Mori lock eyes.
I can't believe it. Did she just wish you good luck?
Yeah, they've certainly found kindred spirits, haven't they?
I think so. Thank you, Uni. I'll rescue Siren if it's the last thing I do.
Protect the smile! Must protect the smile! Mori looks ahead toward the black chasm. That is Gluttony's gaping maw. Meanwhile, Uni desperately continues to keep the jaws open. Mori hurtles herself towards the creature's mouth. And then the black abyss slowly draws closer to her. Suddenly,
Huh?
something falls at her feet. A compass and a map to guide the way to the Ark. A first aid kit to heal her wounds. A chocolate bar to keep her hunger at bay. Darn it, she lost everything. A field shovel that has saved her skin more than once at critical moments. Everything that has kept her alive until now falls to the ground. The reality she had been determined to avoid comes rushing at her head-on. Along with it, the fear of death comes crashing in.
No.
Somewhere deep inside her, a voice screams for her to stop. A part of her wants to stop right there and cry out that she can't do this. This is clearly insane. Like a suicide mission. What if Siren is already dead? What if she never realizes Mori is coming to save her? What if there's still even the tiniest bit of silver liquid left in Gluttony's throat? Or if Uni can't hold on any longer and the mouth closes? What if Mihara collapses and can no longer restrain Gluttony?
No.
She'll die. She'll die in the most excruciating way. The life she's fought so hard to hold on to will crumble away in an instant. Just like how that shovel fell to the ground, so will she go plummeting into death's cold embrace.
No.
Even so, she has to run. She must. There are people out there who have risked their lives for her. It's time for her to repay the affection she's been given. She's here to save the person who reached out and gave her a reason to live. She has to go to her. It's just unfortunate that all her good luck charms fell down. Mori ignores the fallen remnants of her life, summons her strength, and pushes off the ground with all her might. She sends herself hurtling forward,
Siren!
hurtling towards the lifeless abyss. Ooh, 2 events left, so I am probably going to have to find some filler. Until next time guys, take care, I'll see you all around.